Good afternoon. This is Dr. Bill Wyatt again with the American Orthodontic Society, and I want to show some things that you can do. And I want to use a plier that we call a tweed loop forming plier, and we're going to make some little loops that are also springs that this intruding archwire will open anybody's bite. I don't care. It can be where the teeth are, lower teeth are just not even seen. The upper teeth can be completely over them. And you can open that bite completely on anybody as long as they're living, really. I don't think you could, well, you could probably do it on somebody as old as I am or even older. So I'm going to show this to you, and it is the best way I've ever found of taking anybody's deep bite where they can't move their jaw around like that, and we can open that up and level the teeth out on that person. And if you put these blocks and make them chew on that, you won't open the vertical at all. You'll just move the teeth into the bone structure, except the bone moves with the teeth. So just hold on here and we'll show. I've got dozens of cases of deep bite, and you can see the teeth look just as long in one after you level them out as they are in the other. So let's go ahead with this. And now let me click this back again. I don't know what I did. This is the tweed loop forming plier, and you can see it's got a little steel deal. It comes out here, goes in, has a lock screw that screws it down, and this thing has 3 different sizes to it. It goes over here, and it'll have another bigger loop, and then it'll go over and have another loop bigger than that. And this plier, this little piece of projecting steel here, there are these 3 loops on it. I've never broken one, but they send an extra one with each pair of pliers when you buy them, and you pay enough for them. You know, they ought to send you something extra anyway. So that's the thing that we bend the loops around. I usually use this second deal rather than the third or the first one right here, and they're level on the bottom side of these pliers right there. So I'm going to click erase that, and we'll go to the next plier, and you have a groove in here where your wire fits over that, and you, wherever you start, it kind of holds it, keeps it from sliding forward or backwards as you bend this. You see this side is level, and you see the 3 different sizes of loops that you can make there that you use frequently in orthodontics. And this just makes a spring. I'll show you how it works here in just a little bit. Now let me see, I need to go back and erase that. And here we go. Now, this is just looking straight at it. Here is an archwire that we have set up on a wax pattern. Now, we show you in a video how to form the wax pattern, and we put a mark on the plier where we're going to make this loop, and we'll also go over and mark the side over here, but I don't see it on there. Now, that mark, you've bent this before, and you put your plier at a certain distance from the mark you want, and as you bend it, the wire is being used up from the tail end of it. Let me go back there. It's used up on the far end of the wire. Down here, in other words, it doesn't use the arch wire from here to bend this loop. It uses this portion right here, which doesn't bother you. You can clip that off when you get through. Now I'm going to get to erase that, and we'll go. Now I'll put the plier at a certain distance from this mark where I realize I want this loop to come out right along in here. And as we bend this, I'm going to mash this center part down, and this is on the second loop, and it's mashing it into a trough right here, and that will use up part of the wire from this end of it, not this anterior part. See, the archwire will go around like this and come back over here, and we're using the tail end of it here to do this. Now I'm going to press that down hard. I've got a whole stack of pictures on this, so I'm going to move pretty fast, and we're going to wrap that around that second loop there. Now this plier is made so that when you bend the wire around it, you don't ever bend wire just 90 degrees. You kind of go like that, because you stretch the molecules up on the top part of the bend, and you squeeze this together down here. If you bend it sharp like this, the wire can break very easily right there where you stretch those molecules too much in that area. So you bend it around something that's fairly round as you go. Now we'll move pretty fast here, I think, and then I'm going to go around it. I make a decision here to go inside or outside where you want the wire to come, the spring to come out or in. There, we're going to go in with it, and there we go around the second time, and we come up to the top and head up in this direction. Now you actually hold the wire with your plier, but you bend it with your fingers. I mean, and you can see how this wire is embedded in the fingers as this person is closing that together where it'll stay straight up and down. Then he'll bend it back in that direction over a round surface in there. And let's get that out. And now we're going to bend it in a distal direction. Now this is will be the tail end of the thing, and it'll go around and be up. We'll have to make another one of these over on that side of the mark of the plier itself. So, okay. Now, if you know how to bend these, then you don't have to look at this. But there are many, many people that do not know how to open these deep bite cases, and this is the best way I have ever found to do that. Now we're going to push that down. Now that's made. Now this think we've got another one to make over right on the other side. This wire will curve around and go like this, and we'll make another one right there. And then we're going to activate these and show you how that goes. All right, we finished it. We've activated it. Now we go across the way to the other side. We've got a mark over there too, and we bend it down. We go through the same process of twisting it in like that. And now we bend it, flatten it out. Now we're going to activate it. And every spring that you make, anything is doing, you activate it by tightening the spring up. And I want to illustrate that. I'm going to just make a white screen here and show you where if you come like this and then you bend it slowly and come around in this fashion, and now we get up here and we bend it over a round part of that plier, and the wire goes out like that. Now we're going to make this over here. This wire, as we if we make this coming over here and we make another one like that, and we activate both of them, and we're going to pick this up, this front part will go up, and we're going to come down and hook it to teeth, and then get that thing to raise that up. Now, this would actually work for a lower arch, and you turn those things up. You've got to activate it. You tighten it, you tighten this up, and then it works for you as it pulls it down again. Let me get back on the deal. So here we have finished that, and we activate that, and I'm going to hook this into a typodont, which this doesn't have a deep bite. If it did, these teeth would be hanging down a lot higher. These are upper teeth right here. And we've got this loop comes out here, and it comes up like that. Now, as we pull this down, it tightens that loop. It is out like that, like this, and we're pulling it down, and we'll tighten that up, where this would be headed up instead of down. You see, right like it is here. Now that's going to pick these teeth up right in this area of the mouth, and it will do it. It will actually straighten anybody's teeth. I've never found anybody that couldn't elevate or intrude their upper teeth and intrude the lower teeth, and they'd be covered up like that. And you can see just case after case that we've shown in there, and it doesn't make any difference how old they are. They'll always go unless the tooth is ankylosed, and you know about ankylosed teeth. We have to break them loose to get them to work. All right, let's go here now for the next deal, and we'll pull that down. We're going to tie that together again. Now we're going to tie this wire here to the other wire in the typodont, and this is the intruding wire. It will pick these teeth up like that, and the other one ties this back, won't let them flare out at all in that fashion. Now let's see, we'll go on to tie that back, and as you tie this loop, this wire in there, you'll have both wires will be tied inside this thing, and it'll be kind of an oval shape, and then you twist it out here on this side, and you push it, and this twist will pop to the inside where it doesn't bother them at all. It pops it back inside here, and your toothbrush and everything won't knock it out. But if it does, this thing sticks out there, really sticks you in the lip, so you want to pop it back properly, and you can't hardly get it out of that space at all. Now I'll go in, we'll tie it. Now I'm pushing it back with this plier right here, just pushing that little tail end back, and now the two wires will kind of slide in this thing, and it'll just slip around, and it'll go back, and then it stays back. And you can see that once you get it, the wires back behind, like that'll stay there. Now this twisted part will stay there because it's on a kind of an oval shape in this here. And this, if this pops out, it'll bug the heck out of the person. It rubs their lip, it'll cut your lip, but you twist it back and it'll stay there. You won't have any trouble with it coming out at all. Now, there we've got it tied in, and this is the end of it. We tie the arch wire back. This is the intruding wire right here, and this was the activation. As we pull this down, it tightens this loop up, and this loop is trying to loosen itself so it's wanting to raise this up, and that's exactly what it does. And the force is on these 6-year motors, and you're biting one 6-year motor against the other. You'll have very little movement of this, but it's the same pressure back here as it is up in the front part of the mouth. And I hope you understand this concept, because it really works. And I have ever found a case that we could not level the bite regardless of their age, as long as I didn't have any ankylosed teeth to mess with. So I'm going to say goodbye here, and I'm going to erase that, and hope you'll get something from this and join our group and subscribe to our channel. So we thank you a lot for watching. So I'll say goodbye.